Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Groundz-TV. On this episode, I'm going after one of my biggest deer ever with archery gear. I have got two absolute giants on the farm this year. I've got tons of history with both of them, and I happen to know that during this week of the rut, exactly where they're going to be when they're not on does, just from past history. So it's going to be a super exciting episode. And as you know, the rut is fast and paced and furious. I'm not always going to have a cameraman, so I'll be hunting with a vertical bow when I've got a cameraman. And when the times when I don't, I'm gonna go ahead and take a crossbow just to take one of them steps out of the process in case they come running in on a doe. So sit back, hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.
Stompin' Grounds is presented by Athlon Optics. Ridiculously good optics. Sharp, tight, and priced just right.
First day of November's here, and it is a cold one. It's like 38 here. It was actually a deep frost in my house. I live in a bottom. It's a chilly one, but we got a southeast wind. And my biggest deer, the one I'm mainly hunting, the buckeye 10, has been on that scrape up here about 90, 100 yards up here from me. He's been on it like 4 days in a row. And last night when I was trick-or-treating, he was there 45 minutes to an hour before dark on it, so he was on it again through the night last night. So I'm posted up on it this morning. Probably gonna set this for a while, see if we can't get him coming through here. But he was the one that Parker hit last year on here. Should have been that fourth buck that went down. So he used this area at this time of year all the time. So we're using past history and camera, recent information to put us right in this spot. So I'm gonna settle in this morning like I've already seen, and 10 or 11 does and one little ear. Hopefully, as the morning picks up, hopefully these bigger bucks start moving around. That is absolutely one of the biggest 8-pointers I've ever seen in Missouri. He is huge. I've got lots of pictures of that deer in the news using this area a lot. That's one of the bucks I'm wanting Jax to shoot tomorrow. On a 185 to 190 inch deer, it's hard to shoot 150 some inch 8-pointer. Alright, we'll settle back in for the evening hunt. Forgot the base plate to the camera this morning. Had the cell camera in my backpack that I was gonna put up afterwards. I used the strap, made it work. Drove home between hunts. Was gonna eat and grab a base plate. And I ate and forgot the freaking base plate. Fast forward to me coming back in the tree, trying to find something now because I don't have the straps. So I've got a couple of gear ties. I'm trying to gear tie the camera to the fluid head. And the buck I'm hunting trots through on a doe at 60 yards. Footage of him, but that was him. Stayed on that thick stuff, wouldn't come to the ground at all. You could tell he was agitating him. He started making rubs and was pawing at the ground real hard, but he just wouldn't come in. That's frustrating. yesterday morning. It was like 57. This morning it's 37. Already seen 2 bucks. You just saw that little 8-pointer go right up to the decoy. It's something I'm trying out. I'm not a big fan of decoys, especially in the woods, but I'm trying to self-film with the rut going on, and that is a lot. It's supposed to be cool all day. We got a few cool days coming up. Not cold, but cool. And we'll take that this year. This year has been so unseasonably hot. But I'll have to say, my big deer that I've been hunting has been moving on the hotter, crazier days, like when none of the other deer are moving. He's up on his feet, the daylight moving around everywhere. That's how fast things can change this time of year. Man, I was sitting here, I hadn't seen anything in about an hour. I was thinking about getting down for the morning. I don't think I'm getting down yet. That was the look-alike 10. That's the second biggest deer on the farm. But my heart's set on the bug-eyed 10. But wow, it's an impressive deer. It's the second encounter we've had with him. Jack's had him at 25 yards, and we couldn't get it done early season. So it's good to see him. I was starting to worry about him. I hadn't had a picture of him in 4 or 5 days, and that's been pretty rare. He's a pretty consistent deer. But he probably got on an early doe and just broke free, I bet. Now he's out looking for another one. Morning of November the 7th. It's another cool one. 37 degrees when I climbed in this morning. It was really, really foggy. I am sitting in this spot where I've been getting all the pictures of the bug-eyed 10. He's been MIA for a couple of days now, and it was the same thing with the look-alike 10. I saw him yesterday in person here. That was the first time I'd seen him in like 4 or 5 days. I didn't think I was going to shoot him until I saw him in person. He's a lot heavier in the basis than I thought he was. I know I'm in the right spot. It's just a matter of getting it done now. That's a look-alike again. He acted absolutely zero interest in this grunt call. The bug-eyed 10 had zero interest in it too the day that I saw him. You'd think the 2 biggest, most mature deer on the farm would want to come regulate on some other buck. They're just not alphas like that, I guess. November the 8th, I've already seen a few good bucks. 2 little 2-year-olds, and that's a pretty good buck right there. The bucks are moving. I haven't seen a single doe this morning. Right now, I may have switched from only shooting 1 or 2 deer to open the playbook up a little bit right here before gun season, so. break. That was look like again. He was headed right up the hill, just perfect, and that buck in front of him veered off, and he kind of sidestepped that buck off, and then ended up taking a different path. The closest he got was 70 yards.
Stompin' Grounds is brought to you by Athlon Optics, ridiculously good optics. Delta McKenzie targets. Buck Fever, synthetic scents. Come here, deer, the ultimate deer attractants. Packer Max, Cultipackers. Beast broadheads. Mossy Oak, Heat Hog, portable heaters. Quest Hunt Company, and National Land Realty.
So long to tag out. It's hard when you're hunting 2 deer. I was mainly hunting 1, but I said if he came in, I wasn't gonna pass him. It's a 5-year-old. I got both his sheds from last year. Oh, what a great deer. He is covered in whatever the heck those things are. I got covered in him yesterday. This farm is littered with them.
Alright, here he is. It's the buck I call the lookalike 10. I actually started off hunting this deer last year because I thought he was the bug-eyed 10 on camera. And then the bug-eyed 10 actually showed up later on camera, and obviously I started calling him the lookalike 10. Bug-eyed 10 blew up last year as a 5-year-old. Turned out this deer was a 4-year-old. And we started passing him last year. Wanted to get him through the 5-year-old season, and boy did it pay off. His main beams are so long, heavy mass, big gnarly kicker. This deer I have both of his sheds off of last year. This is a buck that Jax almost killed on the food plot earlier this year, and he just sensed something. And then I actually found his second shed on the way into the stand one day. So a lot of cool history with this buck. Absolutely awesome deer. It was one of the only 2 deer on the farm that I wanted to shoot with my first tag. But now that I got him, there's a lot more that are on the list now, so couldn't be freaking happier right now. I'm so excited.
Alright, so this is kind of the cool part. One of the first times I've ever had a matching set of sheds from the year before for one of these deer. Definitely tell it was him, but wow, did he pack on the mass and pack on some beam length. Turned into an absolute giant. We almost shot him right here, but I'm glad we waited because he turned into an absolute slammer. That's pretty cool. This is the side that I found on the way in to hunt him. You know, Jax had a great encounter with this deer, 25 yards, and with me trying to film and the deer coming in at a funny angle, we just couldn't get Jax on him. I'd have much rather Jax had the opportunity to take this deer. That'd have been an awesome 9-year-old kid shooting a 170-inch deer, but he still got both tags. We'll get him on one, but pretty cool to have a matching set of sheds from him from the year before.